Hope you guys are ready for another episode of Double D's in your face. That's right.
So, I got a question from the fans. What's your favorite candy, or in your least favorite?
I don't know. I don't eat candy.
Okay, what were you just shoving in your face there? What bag do you have sitting right next to you right now? Huh?
A cigar. What are you talking about?
You know, Tony, I've got no problem. I'll take the heat on this one. Who doesn't like a Reese's peanut butter cup? Now that is probably one of my most favorite types of candy. Is a Reese's peanut butter cup. And then when they used to always do these dumb commercials, like it had the two people there, they like stumble towards each other, and one had like a peanut butter jar, and the other one had like that, chocolate bar, and like, you got peanut butter on my chocolate bar. No, you got chocolate on my peanut butter. Then they're like, they like, oh yeah,
We in love.
yeah.
What's your least favorite?
To me, that's my utopia of sweetness is a peanut butter cup. Can't beat it.
What's your least favorite, Dan?
Oh, anything that contains a marshmallow. I'm not a fan of marshmallow. Even when
After you fell in that vat in Ohio, yeah.
I know it, again. That hit me with that good. I'm thinking, boy, if he really knew how I felt about marshmallows. But maybe that's what it was. Maybe I just consumed too many at once.
Yeah,
Eat your way
had
out
a
of
bad experience there.
Absolutely.
What about you, Don? You got to answer. You got to like.
I'll go with the old man. Reese's cup is great.
Yep.
It's so simple. It's unbelievable, phenomenal. Yeah.
Can't go wrong with chocolate and peanut butter.
No, not at all.
Or peanut butter and chocolate, like you said.
Yep.
And what's your least favorite?
Yeah. Probably those tarts. Those little,
like sweet tarts.
Yeah, sweet tarts. Yeah.
You prefer chocolate over like
those candy hearts. Those candy hearts of Valentine's.
Oh, like it's like chalk.
Yeah.
Everyone ate them though. Valentine's.
Oh
Day.
Yeah, you're damn right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Get back to those little like marshmallows. Okay, well, you remember like Peeps? They have like those little Peeps, birdies, and all these Peeps. That's what I mean. When it comes to like a marshmallow type product, like that, I couldn't stand those things. I'm thinking, whoever ate those things, I didn't.
I did.
Again, I had to at least eat enough of them to know that I don't like them. So
yeah.
Well, do you like s'mores, Dan? Like at a campfire?
I mean, I've done that again, only because you smeared some chocolate onto it that it was tolerable. But half the time it'd be like going, I'll just take this Hershey's chocolate bar that my marshmallow might have somehow accidentally fell inside the ashes of the fire pit there. So yeah. you got that look there, Don. I don't know what that's for. A look of disgust almost. I'm thinking, huh.
Yeah. Just the thought of you diving into the fire for your last bite of marshmallow,
No. Again, that one I'll let go. Other stuff I might be going in for there. You didn't say nothing about like $100 bill or something like that. I'll take my chances at that point in time.
We all know about that. Yeah. That shouldn't even be questioned.
Stop. What's that? Go stop, drop, and roll. I'll roll right through that fire.
So, what if you guys won the lottery? Like, what would you do?
What size lottery? $1?
Like $10? Like the big one, like the big Powerball. Like you hit one of those huge
$1 billion.
Like that last one that was like whatever, some billion, $16 billion. Let's say you hit that.
Yeah.
What would you do? Would you just Don and Quinn would just disappear?
We'd disappear, yeah. Go buy an island or go buy a mountaintop. I'm more of a mountain guy than I am.
I was say buy an island next to Dan.
Yeah. Up on the hill and pee down on him. It's raining again.
It never used to rain like this.
Why is it always yellow? Is that on that 3 Mile Island thing,
What about you, Dan?
Well, I would first off, again, the conservative side, I would be like, if you win this, how much of it are you going to lose right off the get go? First off, you got to look at that. So you got to take if you're going to win something like this, these mega million type of deal, you got to realize about what 50% of that is going to go bye real quick
Oh,
to the government.
I think the most I
So
can take is 37% or something.
yeah,
No,
well,
that's
yeah.
Well, but then you're still gonna get taxed on it after the year goes. So you're gonna get
Yeah,
they're gonna
just know
take a
that
lot of
whenever you win, just take half of it, just put it away because it's going to go bye. But no, I, yeah, I'm at that point where it's kind of like what like when we start off there, when you're asking, like what'd you get for Christmas and stuff like that. To me, I don't need anything. Well, if there's something I need or want, I go get it. I don't. There's no wish list that I have,
right.
and I enjoy what I have going on, and it'll be it was like what I'm doing for like grandchildren right now. I've set up different accounts in their names that they'll never know about until well, I mean, they'll know about it because once I have them, I want them to see. I want them to go with grandpa and make a little bit of an outing of it to take them to the bank, take them to lunch afterwards so they understand, this is what you do. I don't want them. This is the world I want to try to get them away from. I want them to go in and meet people, shake people's hands, meet them face to face, and let them know that these are the people that work at the banks that you're working with. I mean, they might be doing all the different deposits and withdrawals and sending money stuff like that through all these different apps stuff like that. But still, you got to realize. I want them to realize it takes a long time and effort to save money, invest money, and then have something in say 18 years from now, when they're ready to go to graduate out of high school, and then they're looking at what do they want to do in their life. Do they want to go to college? Do they want to go start a business? Do they want to just take a year off and travel? And I know we covered this before, the fact that in our school systems, they're not doing practical math type of applications. They're talking about geometry, they're talking about trigonometry, but if they're talking about, you know, when you go get a job, and they're taking 25% or 30% out of your paycheck for income taxes. If you you want to buy a car and your interest rate is this, if they would make things, if math was more applicable to everyday life, I want to buy a car, I want to buy a house, uh, you know, it would make a whole lot more sense. How many people use trigonometry? How many people use algebra? They don't. I yield the floor to you there, Mr. Fry. You got 2 cents worth of wisdom on this one.
I use geography all the time, but uh, you know, I how many are we still talking about winning the
I said,
lottery? We're just talking about
okay,
coming out of
you
school.
switch gears on me right now because
yeah,
I was talking
yeah,
about
switch it up.
algebra and trigonometry, and here you go off into geography right now. What are you gonna do? You're gonna
Oh,
say
geography. Did I say geography?
you hit me with geography. What are you gonna say? You try to
Geometry.
find.
I'm sorry. I meant geometry. I use geometry all the time.
Well, to finish up on the lottery thing,
Shit.
would you take like your all of the winnings at once, lump sum?
Yeah,
Or would you
yeah.
take it all over
I'd
the
take it
years?
all. I'd take
annuity?
it all at once,
Yeah.
and pay my taxes,
Just
and then mine be mine to play with. Yeah,
they say that you would get more if you take it over the year.
yeah, but how can you believe it's going to be there?
Yeah. Who knows what's going to happen in 10 years or
Right.
something.
Right. Of course, you can get more. That's if
Yeah.
it's still around.
Yeah,
You
of
know,
course.
and then by that time,
No, I would
the
take it all too.
taxes could be up to 75%.
They
or
say you can
90%.
pass it on to one generation
Yeah.
after that's it. So, but yeah, I think I would take it all in one lump sum too. Just get it over with.
Yeah.
What about you, Dan?
Well, no, I agree with what you're saying. Again, I think it makes a difference in where you're at in life, though, as well. If you're a much younger person, you might want to say, well, no, I may not want to take it all. I might want to keep doing that. I got X amount of dollars that will be keep coming in. You still run the risk that if our government goes bankrupt, which
What do you mean
okay, I
if?
mean,
What do you mean if?
well, the reality is, do you really think our government will ever go bankrupt? I mean, this is actually an honest question for both of you. Do you really think our government will ever truly go bankrupt?
Oh hell, are we? How many trillions in debt are we? 30 or?
Oh, we're over 30. We're over 30.
Yeah, it's insane. So that doesn't count as being bankrupt. being in debt, $30 trillion.
Well, again, why are our leadership not held responsible? If you're the leadership that comes out for this 4 year period of time, and you went and you put us in debt, that whole administration, I mean everyone, the Congress, everyone, the Senate, the
Mm-hmm.
president, the VP, all these dingbats that voted all of these great ideas in, they all should be held accountable. All of their so-called salaries might even be taken from them.
Oh yeah.
Other different assets may be taken from them because you came on there and you were going to help do all these great things. Well, guess what? You didn't. And that's one of the biggest problems is people say one thing, they do something else. Be held accountable for your actions. And that's one of our biggest problems is that people are not being held accountable for their actions.
Well, I was listening to radio today. They said Liz Cheney went in worth 7 million, and after 2 years came out worth 15 million. You know, how do you double that money when you're making $150,000 a year?
Yeah, again, you're supposed to be on a servant's salary. A servant's salary. You know, it's as the Constitution starts off, we the people, but it's kind of like no, it's more like us and y'all.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
You can't even vote on a House Speaker
they make the rules.
right now. You know, you can't even get that shit figured
Yeah.
out. It's like,
Yeah, again, I'll go back to we have too many people that have legal backgrounds, and we need more business owners because it's a whole different person that walks in there. And if they were in a legislative or congressional type of position, if they actually truly ran a business or
Well,
are currently still running a business while they're serving, again, but with term limitations, everyone should have term limitations because
yeah,
again, you got to look at the Speaker of the House right now. You know, at
you
how
don't have
old was she?
much.
yeah,
Yeah, how old was she?
yeah,
80?
figured out.
Yeah, Aunt Nancy,
Yeah,
80,
yeah, to me, it's like
85.
she'd been irrelevant for like the last 20 years.
Oh yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
know, when you are just when you're just sitting around and all these big dinner parties and stuff like this, what do you really know about the real people
Yeah.
anymore?
Gumming your food. Yeah.
And the only time that they really got up in arms about immigration was when I think what one busload of immigrants were dropped right off into
Martha's Vineyard. Yeah.
Martha's Vineyard. They got their undies all up into a bunch at that point in time. Well, what do you think states like Arizona, Texas feel about California? That feel about what's happening right now?
Oh,
Huh?
yeah, we're getting millions, yes, and then they can't handle 30. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So again,
But they needed that taste of it, even though they were there and they were gone within a week.
well, it's going to be it'll be a really a tough way to change because too much corruption has gone on for quite some time, and I actually think that it would be tough for a new politician if they were to get in there to try to do the right thing because they would be surrounded by temptation and they would be surrounded by a lot of scumbags.
Well, we remember we had Eli Crane on here. He got elected into Congress. He's a former Navy SEAL, and yeah, he's one of the ones that's holding up McCarthy because McCarthy's not a true conservative. He's a rhino. So what they're trying to see if they can get Andy Biggs put in there, or else get some promises from McCarthy to keep him in line. And I think that's the only way they got to do it because McCarthy's part of the swamp. He's been there for 16 years, and he's from California.
It's time for a change.
Do we have any pleasant topics to talk about here?
Thank you for watching another episode of
Double D's in your face.
You better like, subscribe, and share, or I'm going to come to your house.